supposed to, but I didn't. So here we are doing this remotely. Anyhow, what we're going to talk about in a little bit is the installer. Are there any of you that haven't even used it yet? Can't see. That must be somebody. Yeah, you, right. You don't need it, you just run the back end. Okay. Basically, the way I view it, the installer has sort of 4 stages. This is slide 2. Got DVD boot, pre-install menu, or the pre-boot menu, the installer GUI, which is what everybody sees, and then the installer back end, which is doing its thing while you're looking at the GUI most of the time. The DVD boot is really 2 pieces. It's got BIOS and something we call the CD loader. I'll get into a little more detail on that later. Pre-boot menu is complicated. It's got 3 pieces and lots of other little parts. Memboot, we talked about memboot, memdisk, and OS2CSF. And I'll give a little more details, and people can ask questions later. Next, we got the installer GUI. That's what we normally see most. That's where you're entering all your options and so on and so forth, and agreeing to the restrictive license and yada, yada, yada. Then we have the installer backend. That basically runs once you tell it to proceed. It looks like the installer GUI is still there because of the way things work, but in reality, the installer GUI is doing nothing more than showing you progress at that time. Any questions?
On which slide are we right now?
Pardon?
On which slide are we? Number 3?
Yes, let's do it to 3.
Okay.
Good shot of your ear.
Okay, currently, our DVDs are in what's known as L2 format. We run them in what's known as no emulation mode. In the past, way back when you booted a bootable CD or DVD, you got a drive letter. That doesn't happen anymore. That's why it's called no emulation mode. The BIOS recognizes that this is a bootable CD by its content and loads the file it's told to load based on the boot image file. That happens to be our CD loader.bin. CD loader.bin basically does a lot of initialization, and it reads the volume table of contents, finds memboot.bin, and loads it and runs it. Memboot.bin really is a lot more than just its name implies. It just happens. Let's go to slide 4. Memboot.bin shows us our boot menu. It creates a memory disk, formats the fat partition, and then unpacks what we call .pf files, the memdisk partition. And then if you happen to have a diskette and update files, it'll copy them down to the memdisk partition. And at that point in time, it's done half of its job. Next, it loads and calls OS2CSF. OS2CSM is basically what you see in the pre-boot menu. It goes out there and does a lot of hardware detection, and it puts up the pre-boot menu for you. And when you're done with your selections, it writes a config 6 to the memory disk and returns. Then memdisk loads the memdisk boot sector, which was put on there when we unpack the PF files, and it simply passes control to it. At that point in time, we're doing a pretty much normal OS2 boot. From everything, all the code there is our standard stuff that we use. Any questions?
No,
Silence?
no yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
next slide.
No, you were on the right one.
No.
As I mentioned, the OS2 boot is standard mostly. A couple special things to keep an eye open for. One is we no longer use the IBM loader. We use our Arca OS loader. That's because it does a much better job of handling modern hardware. We also have something that people run into trouble with every now and then. It's called locate CD.6. When we're booting, the OS2 needs to know where the CD is in a couple different places, and that's that's locate CD.sys's job. And then the other thing that's a little different is that the GUI installer replaces the WPS. The WPS is defined normally by the file the executable that Run Workplace points to. In our case, it's different. We essentially run the installer instead. So that's why there's no objects or anything like that. Any questions?
No.
No.
A little bit more about locate CD. It uses normal OS2 facilities to go out there and get a list of drive letters. And then it looks for the DVD with the proper label and flag file. If it's successful finding it, then it'll update the path and the D path that's stored in our master environment with the drive letter of the CD or DVD. And it also updates another environment variable, which for historical reasons is still called VCS drive. No one asked me to change it. One thing it doesn't do, which complicates things a little bit, it cannot update live path. Because by the time that locate CD is running, live path has been loaded into the kernel and simply can't be changed. Because there's no access to that variable. And it's not really a variable, but basically there's no access to the memory buffer that it's at where the live path data is stored in. What that means is that certain DLLs that we'd actually like to run off of the DVD have to be loaded into the mem disk. But it just uses up a little more space in memory, and usually it doesn't really cause a big problem. And once the applications always can fix that problem. The applications can sort of change their live path on the fly. It just can't be done globally using what locate CD knows. It gets done indirectly because the applications that need to change live path will use the value of ECS drive. Any questions?
No, not yet.
Next slide. Okay, the installer GUI. As I mentioned, it runs as Run Workplace. Gives you our nice GUI interface. Internally, it's pretty generic. It's got a lot of facilities, and it's controlled by what we call page description files. These are text files that describe the layout of the screen and the actions that are related to each of these different screens. The installer supports a number of built-in actions. Things like format, things like detect hardware, and it also supports a number of generic actions. And those can be anything you want that you can, pretty much any script that you want. And there's also ways that the installer can take information from the page description files and do callbacks and things like that. When the installer is done and you're finished entering everything, it writes all the information it's collected into a file called sys install response export. Any of you who have tried to do a scripted install will know that file. The installer can take that file and use it as input and run the install without you having to enter anything, except to proceed. After it's written the export file, it executes a script called instrun.command, which basically starts the installer back in. Any questions?
Yes. Would someone be interested, would it be possible to give developers page description
Yes,
files?
there is a question.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Will Arkanoa let developers know what the page description files?
All the back end, first thing it does is a whole lot of initialization, which I've left that here. Then it reads in the export file and uses that to compare the response files and other data that the other pieces of the other individual install components need. Under the covers, this is our standard OS2 install. It's in a lot of ways. And we'll talk about what's related and what's not a little bit later. Okay. Once it's run is done its initialization, it calls LCU main. And that's what actually does the actual install and of OS2 and all the other components you selected. Once LCU main returns, startup.command gets updated so the installer, when you reboot the system, will start up on phase 2. And another little thing it will do, you should automatically get a reboot, but for some reason that reboot doesn't happen. Its run will prompt you to reboot manually. Any questions?
No, Steve.
Okay, LCU main. It's based on what we call the LAN CID architecture. This has been the core of the OS2 install for, at least since Warp 3. Maybe even a little older. And it's been used, we use it here, and it was used in ECS. There's actually only one ECS install I know that attempted to avoid this. Some of you might remember Kim Chung. He wanted to do an unzip install. And I tried to talk him into not doing it. And after several months of failing, he stopped doing that. But that was a long time ago. We're talking back pre-ECS 1.0 days. LCU main itself, it's a state machine. It has a lot of useful features. One is that it can store its run-in state as it proceeds. It stores the information in config sys. It also can handle reboots knowing what needs to reboot based on return values from the various install components or the sub-installers. And it's also decided to be restartable. We really don't use that feature here, but we may, if needed, we'll bring that up again. ETS actually had a script that would allow you to restart the install and stop in the middle. We haven't really had a need to bring that thing alive again because we just don't seem to get many installs that stop in the middle. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Next, another aspect of the installer backend is intercom.command. That gets run after the phase 1 reboot. And it's really just almost like a subset of LCU its run, but it has to do a lot less. It does its basic initialization, and then it calls LCU main to run the installer. Next slide. No questions?
No.
Just stay here for a second. Now, there's really nothing to say here. A couple other little things I'd like to mention, just in case you have problems, because they sort of matter. One is you'll see there's a script called end phase. It gets run by LCU main at the end of each of your install phases. One of its primary jobs is to zip up your response and log files. So if you're done and you don't have them and you need them for a ticket, something happened in end phase more than likely. And you want to look at the logs that are generated as part of that. They won't be zipped up, but the logs still will be under install. And let's see, anybody else here? Nah, that's pretty much it. Any questions?
A comment.
Come here, but come here because.
Okay.
So that's the short form.
Yeah,
of
if
a lot of
Steven,
it.
here's a question.
Most of the gory details left out.
Steven, here's a
Yeah.
question from Alex.
Pardon?
Comment, not a question. If the install aborts, you do get the zip file. It's just called install_abend.zip.
I'm sorry, that's not coming through clearly.
Is that the mic? Or is
No,
it
here.
If the install aborts, then the zip file will be named install_abend.zip. But it,
Right, yeah, it's supposed to happen. But that, now, is that done by end phase? I didn't really check.
it's done by an exit handler. Normally it's done by end phase, but if the install aborts, then there's an exit handler in LCU_main, which runs in the case of an abnormal return code and will create the install_abend.zip.
Yeah, we probably need to make that a little more clear in the facts, because I know about event, but I don't recall reading about it. It's probably there, though.
I think it's mentioned in the best practices.
And anything else I got really wrong? Yeah, I actually, unfortunately, didn't get to play that much during the installer build time. I got dragged in a little bit, but I was off doing another project, so a lot of this stuff, in some ways, I'm almost an end user for the installer. Not quite, but close. Okay, no more questions. That's it, folks.
Okay. Thank you.
Good time for your next presentation. Thank you.
This is right on time.
And he can answer your question here. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And next year you're coming to Berlin.
Oh, we didn't catch that. No, yeah. Steven, you can hear us, right? Here?
Obviously.
What?
Roderick is asking if you're going to Berlin next year.
If I could find a flight I like.
Okay.
These days. I'm getting really crotchety, what can I say? Actually, it's sort of funny, even though, because I knew I wasn't going to come, but I sort of watched all the notices for my flight that I didn't get on. And I probably would not have made it to Toronto on Thursday. Because my connecting flight got delayed 4 hours. And I don't think there's that many flights from San Francisco to Toronto. And the other thing is Toronto's having that film festival, so it's very possible those flights were relatively full. So I might have had an exciting time flying.
Chuck will
Okay.
testify to that for the same part.
Yeah, I was on a direct flight from, there's 2 direct flights from San Francisco, 15 minutes apart on Air Canada.
Yeah, that might be why my flight from Japan was so expensive.
Yeah.
Could be.
I was wondering why our one-way trip is more expensive than the return.
What are we waiting for? What's that?
Why wouldn't you want to go back to Japan? That's why it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just asking about the page description, the format of the installer page descriptions, and the format of those supposed to be described somewhere.
Yes, we have a document that describes
I
it
don't know if that's
internally.
something I could get under NDA just to send the installer.
In theory, the installer is highly extensible. I mean, Keith wrote the installer, basically,
Yeah.
the GUI. A lot of the pages were written by me.
Right.
So,
But he must have documented the page description.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It has these commands and this options.
He
Yeah,
is
It may not
very
all
good
work.
about documenting
Yeah,
his
it may not
stuff.
all work, but, at least the
Yeah,
description
it's a document.
make a nice alternative thing for a very specific purpose
Yeah.
or just certain clients.
Yeah. Talk to.
yeah, it's extremely extensible and customizable.
Yeah, I looked at them and I said, this looks pretty promising, so, okay. I'll
Okay.
follow up with that later.
Thank you, Steven. Here the people are discussing the installer. Thank you very much, Steven.
Thank you. You're welcome.
See you next time. Nice beer there. Or bad.
Hang up on me now?
Why not?
Right.
Right on time, too.
Right on time, yeah. Right on time. Oh, it stopped shaking.
It's working now.
It's working now. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Steven. Thank you very much, Steven, for your time.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I've been watching all day.
Oh, that's good.
Haven't got my tickets.
Right, okay. We didn't look at it for a second. I read about it.
Well, pull the plug. Okay, bye.
Okay, I'll hang up.
See you. Bye bye.